been a while. I'm going to cover my current farming strategy in PoE 1 Phrecia, which is Rogue Exiles. As everyone knows, this is quite strong, but also tends to require a build that can kill ghosted rogues that are sometimes a bit too strong. Now, this is by no means a starter farm guide. It's more of a mid-league or towards end of the league farming strategy. Now I'm going to go over the most important things, which are the idols. Alright, so the core of this build quite honestly relies on what I believe is not intended interaction. So maybe it's a bug or an exploit, but I don't think GGG is gonna do anything about it. And if they are, oh well. It's a bug where you can spawn a ton of exiles in your map due to the 2x2 stacking. As you can see, and probably are aware of, these idols can be quite expensive. And now if you got 4 of these, you're pretty much ready to go. But let's go ahead and finish up the rest. I personally use singular focus so I can sustain and honestly over-sustain my maps. I get at least 4 per map run, though your mileage may vary. I roll my maps to have 20% quality and at least 80% quant. Here are the rest of the idols. The 3x1 makes all the wild rogue exiles ghosted, which increases the quality of their drops. And by quality, I don't mean the weapon or armor quality, I'm saying what tier of items they drop. The other idols that are 2x1 or 1x2, they all have tormented spirits have % chance to be set free when possessed monsters are slain. Those ghosts are also unique, so our scarabs juice them up just as well as they do the rogue exiles. These idols also have the % chance to contain additional rogue exiles. And lastly, the minor slot idols, it's literally up to you. Just do whatever you want. That can be items that either block mechanics or tier 1 to 15 increase map drops to increase your chances of tier 17s. Honestly, just go with whatever you want. Alright, now as far as loot, it's honestly quite insane. I do this solo, though I do have a rarity gem in my 6 link and a gold flask in my flask slot. I would say I averaged at least 1 raw divine ore per 3 or 4 maps. Though there were 3 maps in a row that I was insanely lucky, and it gave me 1 per map, back to back to back. Also, large stacks of bubblegum currencies drop, and I say a ton of essences and catalysts as well. Though they're mid-tier oils, I do get a lot of them too. It's truly shocking. Just look at this essence tab, you'll see that it's a pretty good bonus. The returns are pretty absurd, as we also drop a ton of synth bases. I probably sold about 60 divs worth of bases. We've dropped % dex rings, int and strength, % amulets, a ton of % like T1 res, suppress, mana on rings, and you get a ton of tier 1 uniques too. I've dropped 4 tier 0s, although your mileage may vary. And you also get tons and tons of gold, all the gold you'll need. So I personally do these on tier 16 city squares, but you can do these on tier 17s just as well, and honestly it'll probably be better. That's pretty much it. It's honestly quite simple. It does require a somewhat strong build and some forward investment into your idols. Anyways, here's a full run. If you're interested in seeing it, I'll see y'all later, and I'll help you drop a grillion mage bloods.